That was kind of weird, but I think the key part of that was, I can't get that open at all.
Few moments later.
Seamless. Welcome back to Arsenic Culture. For this review, I am Jason.
Jordan.
And we got Jordan with us. No Matt today, so it's just me and Jordan. We're going to try to hold the fort down, though, you know?
Yeah, it's tough to fill in for such big shoes on the show, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. It took us about 45 minutes to get the camera set up, but we got it. And probably the audio might not be as good. Have a little bit different mics today, but Matt let us borrow the cameras, but gave us the crappier audio. So thanks, I guess.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, so today we're going to review a beer. This one is from Side Project. It's spelled Shin Shin, S-H-I-N, S-H-I-N. Pronounced Sheen Sheen. I think one thing about Side Project, go ahead.
Oh, like Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so right. Sheen Sheen. I think one thing about Side Project I've learned is that they have some weird pronunciations, and like anabasis.
Yeah.
I think I've called it anabasis.
Yeah.
Anabasis, I've heard it called.
Anabasis.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you go there, they're nice-ish, but they'll definitely correct you. You know what I mean? Like for pronunciations.
They're not redneck friendly, you know?
No, not at all. Not at all. So I got to have this one up there. Me and Bill went up there. I had the Lacotery, I think is how you say it. So I got in a membership this year, and we got to go up there. Had the membership party, had several beers on draft. I couldn't take a +1, so that's one negative I would say about it. I thought the venue size being small, that's the reason why they didn't want you to. But when we got there, it's pretty big. They did 3 different sessions, so there's really enough time to do it, or enough space to do it. They just didn't, I guess, want to mess with that crowd. So that was kind of weird. But I think the key part of that was, I can't get that open at all.
Few moments later.
Seamless. After about an hour and some scraped knuckles, we got it open.
Yeah, you know, and that one even had the tape on it, but...
it did.
I guess the opener doesn't do well on the small opening bottles like that.
It's tough. It's a tough one. So, we'll tell you a little bit about this beer here. So, this one's a double barrel aged Imperial Stout. It's got sump coffee that's conditioned on, and then barrel aged maple syrup. So it kind of similar to me to like a KBBS from Toppling Goliath, so one of theirs. It's 16% ABV. On Untapped, it's averaging a 4.75 out of 5 with 115 ratings. So pretty good.
Nice.
This is the first time they bottled it. They did make this one before in 2023. But they released this one, first time bottle, when we were there for the Lacotery party. So it's been about 3 weeks or so. You want to take a stab at what the cost on this was. This is a 500 milliliter bottle.
Yeah.
What do you think? Shoot for the stars.
$75.
Close. 65.
I was going to say 65.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like a brewery number, honestly. Yeah.
So 130. Well, actually, no. What would 750 be? So it'd be about $90 to 750. About time and a half. What this is?
Sounds right.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. You know what the name means? It's a Japanese writing, Japanese name. Any idea?
I have no clue, but knowing Side Project, there's some deep meaning.
Well, it is. It's a cool meaning. So there's not a lot of information about this beer online. There was a video about 3 minutes long or something, Corey King talking about it. Yeah. So Shin Shin is the Japanese word for the sound that falling snow makes. So I can actually hear that. I mean, like, you know, growing up and stuff, it's like that really eerily quiet.
Yeah.
With like you just hear that like a little bit of raking, like just kind of like coming through.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So what do you think on the nose? Have you smelled it?
Like you already know it's going to be outstanding just off the nose alone. I mean, it's borderline soy on the nose, like soy sauce. But man, the thing that hits me first is that coffee, though.
Yeah. I think a lot of the really good stouts, the big barrel aged stouts, the ones with the thick mouthfeel, they borderline on that soy, especially with adjuncts, right?
Yeah.
I think of Dark Lord from Three Floyds. I think the base Dark Lord is pretty awful. It's mediocre at best, but some of the barrel aged Dark Lords, fantastic.
Now, 20 years ago, Dark Lord was ahead of its time.
Was it?
You know.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm getting some similar notes to that. I don't get much of the, was it barrel aged maple syrup?
Barrel aged maple syrup and sump coffee.
But you know what? I appreciate that because if it had the fake maple syrup, you could just, that'd be the only thing you'd smell in it.
Agreed. So, talk a little bit about the blend on this one. So this is a blend of double and then single barrel aged imperial stouts. So what I think that means is like he's got a double imperial stout and then a single imperial stout, right? Like it's less of the base, I guess. He's blended it together. But before he did that, all these were aged in Willet 5-year bourbon barrels. There was only 4 barrels total. So I'm assuming he probably kept back, what do you think, a barrel's worth for draft, at least?
Well,
They didn't have it on draft when we went there.
I think if he's, I think knowing him and how long he ages barrels, I bet he just did maybe a 2-barrel blend and kept 2 barrels back for
Something
some sort
else.
of blend into another stout, you know. And I think, you know, a 4-barrel blend in 500 milliliter bottles, that's a lot of bottles.
That's a lot of bottles.
So I don't think he intended to release that many bottles. I bet he's keeping some back for a blend in the future.
So they released this one at the brewery, and we were at the cellar. We got there, you know, at a little bit of time. I figured there's plenty of time. I've been to Side Project releases. They used to be crazy, people camping out overnight, stuff like that. I feel like beer's died down a lot. It's died down enough to the point where I don't have to stand in line for that amount of time. So we went in there, it was raining, and we sat at the bar, had a few drinks, shared a few pours with people there. And then I walked outside in the rain with my rain jacket on, walked straight to the back, and got bottles. Limit 6 per person.
Oh, well,
But I mean, at $65 a pop,
that's true.
you know.
And, you know, now that you say 6 per person, maybe he did make, I don't know. But did they sell out?
So they didn't. They never said they were sold out. I think what it showed you was, even though there was a lot of hype right there, a lot of people in town for Lacotery and stuff, everybody got bottles. I don't think anybody went without. They just kind of like shut down the back where they were selling them out the back door. But I'm sure if you wanted some, you could have got one.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this off camera. One of the last times we filmed the episode, and, you know, Matt, he'll scoff at the price of bourbons. But to me, I'd rather pay $200 for a fifth that's going to last me a while.
Great point.
Than $65. I mean, it's great to share with you, and I'm glad you shared it with me. But the $65 is just dust in the air right now, you know. But it's a very good beer.
Yeah. 2 things I agree with that. So 2 things about that I would say with bourbon and beer. Once I open this beer, it's over. Like I can't drink it again. I mean, I guess I could recap it, but it's not going to be nearly as good. It's not going to last more than a day or 2. You know, with that bourbon, hell, I can have it for years.
Yeah.
I mean, it changed in the bottle, but still.
And I'll always pay it once. If it's something I really want to try, I'm definitely going to pay it.
Yeah.
You know, that $65 for an experience like this, especially if somebody's never had something like this, it's definitely worth trying.
Sure. So what they did after this, those Willet 5-year bourbon barrels, after they aged it and blended it, they added sump coffee and then a barrel-aged maple syrup. So the sump coffee was a special blend of sump, 3 different coffee roasts. Corey told what the names were, but he had a hard time pronouncing them, and I wasn't going to try. But what he did say on there was that some of the best coffee to age beer on or condition beer on is not the same coffee you would drink. So it makes me think maybe it's overly bitter, something different roast, you know, because some coffee you get, it's not very good.
Yeah.
But I like sump coffee. So I'm betting they made some kind of weird roast just for him to get those effects he wanted.
Yeah, you know, there was a coffee I got from Intelligentsia once.
Yeah.
And it had...
Famous for aging Bourbon County.
Yeah, and it had like aromatics and flavors of like grapefruit and hops. And I thought, this is kind of odd coffee, like once I brewed it. But I get what Corey's saying. Like there's probably as many different coffee varietals out there that there is hops in the world.
100%. And different,
Probably
like,
more.
Probably more because, the other thing is you can roast them to different degrees, right? Like, think of
That's
like
true,
a char
too. Yeah.
level, He did say drink fresh, but it's done very well from aging from the previous batch. I guess he kept some in kegs from 2023 because I know they didn't bottle any.
So, question.
Yeah, for sure.
So, does he add? I'm sorry, I might have spaced out, but does he add the coffee in the barrel with the beer, or like does he add it secondarily? Because a lot of breweries for a coffee beer, they'll add it right before package to have that biggest kick of coffee flavor.
Yeah.
This one seems, you can smell it really, really great on the nose, but it seems a little more subdued in the flavor.
100%. I think it's very well blended with that maple syrup too. So what he says is conditioned on. So I guess just take that how you will. But I'm with you. Every coffee beer I've had, to my knowledge, even Bourbon County coffee from Goose Island back in the day, that was aged, I think, fresh on that Intelligentsia coffee. So I would assume he did it right before packaging.
Probably so.
But it's not hitting you in the face though. It's very balanced.
No.
So I think you had KBBS with us, right, from Toppling Goliath?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple years. So would you compare this to that? Like, what do you think similarities, differences?
I mean, I think mouthfeel on this is better than that from what I remember.
Yeah.
This has a thick, oily, I mean, it's leaving, brown stain on the glass.
Oh, sure.
When you drink it. I actually really appreciate that the coffee on the flavor is not overtaking the whole beer. And more of that maple has come through as you sip the beer more and more.
It's a little cold, too, because I had it on ice at home. Brought it here in a cooler with no ice in it, but probably a little bit colder, and it's cold outside where we're at. But we had it on from a bottle there. I don't think they were supposed to open it on site, but maybe some of the guys we met were a little too tipsy and decided to open one while we're sitting around. But it was really good, better than I even expected. Secondary on this beer, I mean, beer doesn't have a ton of secondary anymore for the most part, but it's trading 1-to-1 for Weller 12. So 130, 150, considering that. And beer to bourbon, you lose money if you're trading. If you're going bourbon to beer, you gain money.
And I'm kind of walking back on my statement earlier, but I'd rather have this than a Weller 12.
Yeah. Okay, great point, right? Like, I'm with you. Like, I really like Weller 12. It's not a bad pour at all. It's a good one. But for that price, it's like, do they have something I've not had before? So on this one, what do you think? What would you rate this one? So 0 to 5, 0.25 increments. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go 4 1/4 today. These style of beers, it's kind of hard to. There's so many breweries that do it now.
Yeah.
I need something a little bit different. I mean, coffee and maple syrup, I love it together. I love breakfast. I love those type of flavors together. I need something else. I think maybe a touch of cinnamon might have sent this over the top.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
But 4.25 plus 4.3. I don't know if we do it on quarter scales or not.
Yeah, it's quarter points.
Quarter points.
But I'm right with you. I know right. So when I had this at the brewery, I gave it a 4.5. I take into account his experience too, right? Like you're in a moment, whatever. But it's a really good pour. But if I revisit it now, it's 4.25. I think it could be better. It could also get worse in the bottle. I could see it taking a turn because there's still that cloying aspect sitting right there. But would you buy it for $65 if you had the opportunity today?
If I walked up to the local liquor store and it was on the shelf for $65, I would have to do a double take and see if this is actually, or are they charging like secondary for this?
Yeah.
I would buy it once.
Yeah.
Probably would not buy it again. It's a great beer, and I appreciate the hard work and craftsmanship that goes into making it, but the price is going to have to come down a little bit, back down to reality for me.
I think we've seen beer be up, we've seen beer be down. I think right now what we're seeing is the secondary is not there as much for most releases, but the retail price has reached a point where I'm second guessing all the purchases, right? If you compare this price point to KBBS, though, probably similar. I think KBBS was $80 to $100 retail at a 12-ounce bottle. So you also have a lot more information about what's in that, aging process, all these things versus this one. So I don't know which one I like better, but for the price point, I'm with you. I'd buy it once. Secondary, I wouldn't buy it for $130, $150, but I probably would trade it for a Weller 12. So that's all for this episode, guys. Tell us what you think if you've had this one. Hit subscribe. Give us your score if you have in the comments, and we'll see you on the next round. Until next time, drink what you love and argue about the rest. That's my new tagline, Jordan. You liking that? I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I like it.
I got some work to do.
Might be a little long, but
yeah, there's like three I'm going through, and I'm trying to blend them together. So this is the first time, but thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe on YouTube.